Hi everybody. So in this video, we're going to look at working through 10 grade 5 past GCSE Maths questions. As we progress through the video, I encourage you to pause it and give the questions a go before you see my work solutions. So if we begin with the first question, we're told that Liam and Noah share some money in the ratio of 5 to 6. Noah gets £120 and Liam gives 3/5 of his share to Chloe. Noah gives 1/5. We need to work out how much Chloe receives overall. So do you want to give this question a go? You can pause the video and come back when you're ready. Okay, so welcome back if you had a go. So the first thing we need to do is we need to write the ratio for Liam and Noah. And this is the ratio of 5 to 6. And then we're told that Noah gets £120. So I'll include this in line with Noah's share. So we can scale this ratio by multiplying both sides by 20. And by doing it to both sides, the ratio remains balanced. So Liam will get 5 times 20, he'll get £100. And then we're told that Liam gives 3/5 of his share to Chloe. So we need to work out 3/5 of the £100. Well, we can work out 1/5 as 100 divided by 5, and this is £20. So 3/5 will be the 20 times 3, and this will be £60. So we know that Chloe will get £60 from Liam. And then for Noah, we're told that he gives 1/5 of his share to Chloe. So we need to work out 1/5 of £120. The best way of doing this is using the box method. So we have £120 and we need to divide it by 5. So 5 into 1 don't go, we'll carry it over. 5 into 12 go twice, with 2 left over, and 5 into 20 go 4 times. So Noah will give Chloe £24. So if we add the £24 to what Liam gave her, then Chloe will get a total of that 84. Okay? Let's try question 2. So in this question, we're told that Maria is X years old, Ben is 1 year younger than Maria, and Leo is double Maria's age. The mean of their ages is 5. We need to work out how old Leo is. So do you want to give this question a go yourself? You can pause the video and come back when you're ready. Okay, so I'll come back. So the mean of their ages is 5. We know the mean is the total of the data divided by the sample size. So to work out the total, we need to add the ages for Maria, Ben, and Leo, and divide that by the sample size of 3. And we're told that this is a mean of 5. And we're told that Maria's age is X years old. So if we substitute this X into here, then Ben's age, well, Ben is 1 year younger than Maria. So this will be X minus 1. And Leo is double Maria's age. So this will be 2X, or 2 times Maria's age. And now we can simplify our numerator by collecting the like terms. So we'll have the 2X here, plus these 2X's, 4X minus a 1 over 3. And now we can move the division of 3 to the other side, multiply both sides by 3, these two will cancel. So we'll get 15 will equal 4x minus 1. We can add 1 to both sides, these two will cancel. So 16 will equal 4x. And then we can divide both sides by 4. So x will equal 4. But x is Maria's age, and we want Leo's age. So Leo is double Maria's age. So 2 times 4, Leo will be 8 years old. Let's try the next question. So now we're told that Liam is paid a basic hourly rate for the first 25 hours worked, and an overtime hourly rate for any extra hours worked. The graph shows his pay for working up to 35 hours in a week. We need to work out the ratio of the basic hourly rate to the overtime hourly rate, giving our answer in its simplest form. So do you want to give this question a go yourself? Pause the video and come back when you're ready. Okay, so the first thing we need to work out is the basic hourly rate. And we're told this is for the first 25 hours. So if we go up to our graph at 25 hours, and then across, we can see it gets paid £300 for 25 hours at the hourly rate. So this will be £12 per hour. So that's the basic rate, £12 per hour. Now for the overtime, anything above the £25 up to the £35. So if we go up to our line at £35 and then across, you can see he works a total of the 10 hours between the 25 to the 35, 10 hours, and he gets paid a total of 700 minus the 300. So that'd be £400. So the overtime will be the £400 divided by the 10 hours of overtime worked. So that would be £40 per hour for overtime. So with a ratio of basic to overtime, we'll have 12 to 40. And then we can simplify this. We'll divide both by 4. And we'll get a simplified ratio of 3 to 10. Okay? How did you get on with that? Let's try the next question. In this question, we're told that a ball is a hemisphere with a radius of 12 centimeters, and water is poured into the ball at a rate of 325 centimeters cubed per second for 8 seconds. We need to work out if the water fills more than 70% of a bowl. So do you want to give this question a go and come back when you're ready? Okay, so welcome back. So we're given the full volume of a sphere. This is 4/3 pi r cubed. So the volume of a hemisphere will be half of this. And half of 4/3 is 2/3 pi r cubed. And we know this radius is 12 centimeters. So the volume of a hemisphere will be 2/3 times pi times the 12 cubed. And we can work this out on our calculators, and we get 1,152 pi centimeters cubed. But this is when it's 100% full. So we need to work out when it's 70% full. So this will be the 70% of 1,152 pi centimeters cubed. And our calculators will just enter 0.7 times 1152 pi. And this will give us 2,533.4 centimeters cubed. So that's 70% of the volume of this hemisphere. Now we need to work out the amount of liquid or water that's poured into it. And we're pouring 325 centimeters cubed every second for 8 seconds. So we'll multiply this by 8. And we'll get a total of 2,600 centimeters cubed. So we'll say that yes, the hemisphere is more than 70% full, as 2,600 is greater than 2,533.4. Okay? Let's try the next question. So in this question, we're told that in a game, an ordinary fair 6-handed dice is rolled and a spinner shown is spun, this spinner here. The score is the dice number substituted into the spinner expression. So you roll the dice, let's say you get a 3, that 3 becomes your value of x. You substitute it into here. We need to complete the table to show all the possible scores and then work out parts A and B. So do you want to give this question a go? Pause the video and come back when you're ready. Okay, so welcome back. If we get a 1 on the dice and then substitute that 1 into here, into place of x, then we get 2 times 1, we get a score of 2. If we get a 2, we'll get 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. If you get a 1, but you land in this region, you'll multiply it by 3. So we'll get 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18. And if you get a 1 and land here, then you'll get 1 squared, which would just be 1. If you get a 2, you'll get 4. So we're looking at the square numbers. And then we're told that a player wins the game if their score is 10 or more. So we want the probability of the score being greater than or equal to 10. So it could be this one with 12. It could be any of these. So we've got 8 possible combinations out of the 6 times the 3. So 18 in total. And we can simplify that and we get 4/9. And then for part B, if we play 711 times, estimate the number of games that are won. So if the probability of winning is 4/9, we want 4/9 of the sample size of 711. And this works out to be 316. So you'd expect this many wins. Okay? Let's try the next one. In this question, we're told that Michelle saves 2p, 5p, and 10p coins. She's got 45 10p coins, 8 times as many 2p coins as 10p coins, and £17.70 in total. We need to work out the ratio of the total value of the 2p coins to the total value of the 5p coins in its simplest form. So do you want to give this one a go and come back when you're ready? Okay, so if we begin with the first statement here, this gives us a total of 450 pence or £4.50. And if she has 8 times as many 2p coins as 10p coins, then the amount of 2p coins will be the 45 times 8, which is 360. So she's got 360 2p coins. So the total value of the 2p coins will be 360 multiplied by 2, 720 pence, or £7.20. So whatever's left must be made from these 5p coins. So the total value of the 5p coins, well, if we've got £17.70 in total, and £11.70 made up of the 2p and the 10p, then the total value of the 5p will be the difference between £17.70 and the £11.70, which will be £6. So the total value of the 2p coins, I'll write it in pence because we need to simplify this, will be 720 pence, and the total value of the 5p coins will be 600 pence. And we can simplify this ratio. We'll divide both by 12. We'll get 60 to 50. Divide both by 10, and we get the ratio 6 to 5. Okay? Let's try the next one. In this question, we're told that Stephen types a constant number of words per minute. It takes 8 minutes to type a report of 416 words. How long did it take him to type a report of 1,534 words? Do you want to give this question a go? Pause the video. So if we begin by setting up a ratio of words to minutes, we can have 416 words, in 8 minutes. What we want is the number of words for 1 minute. So if we divide this by 8, we'll do the same to the other side, and we get 52 words per minute. And then we're told he writes a report of 1,534 words. So the question is, how do we scale the 52 to this 1,534? Well, 1,534 divided by 52 will give us 29.5. So if we multiply this by 29.5, we'll do the same to the other side, and we'll get 29.5 minutes. But we want it in minutes and seconds, so 29 minutes and 30 seconds. Let's try the next one. Now we're told that Tasha drove 198 miles. Her average speed for the first 3 hours was 45 miles per hour, and her average speed for the rest of the journey was 31.5 miles per hour. We need to work out the average speed for the whole journey. Do you want to give this question a go? Pause the video and come back when you're ready. Okay, so if we think about this as one long journey, and we split it up into 2 parts. In the first part, we're told that the average speed is 45 miles per hour. So if I show this here, 45 miles per hour. And we continue at this speed for 3 hours. So we need to work out the distance from the first part of our journey. And we know that speed is distance divided by time. So therefore, the distance will be the speed multiplied by time. So we'll have, so the distance will be the speed of 45 miles per hour multiplied by the 3 hours. So we'll get a total distance of 135 miles. And in the question, we're told that the overall distance is 198 miles. So the distance in the second part will be the 198 miles, take away the 135. This will give us 63 miles. And we're told this is covered at a speed of 31.5 miles per hour. So now we need to work out the time it takes for our second part of the journey. And again, if speed is distance divided by time, now the time will be distance divided by speed. So the time will be the distance of 63 divided by the 31.5. And this will give us 2 hours. So the average speed for the whole journey will be the total distance of 198 miles divided by the total time of the 3 hours plus the 2 hours. So divided by 5 hours. So we'll have 198 divided by 5. We'll get an average speed of 39.6 miles per hour. Okay? Let's try the next one. So in question 9, we're given that this prism is drawn on the isometric grid and that it has a density of 1.2 grams per centimeter cubed. We need to work out its mass. So do you want to pause the video, give it a go, and come back when you're ready. Okay, so welcome back if you had a go. So we know the mass and the density and the volume. It's related by the formula that density equals mass divided by volume. We've been given the density, we want to work out the mass, so we need to work out the volume. So we can work out the volume as the area of a cross-section multiplied by the depth, and the depth is given as 6 centimeters. So we need to work out the area of this cross-section. We've got a base here of 4 centimeters and a height of 2 centimeters. So if we split this up, we'll have 4 times 2, 8 centimeters squared. And here we've got 3 centimeters by 2, so 6 centimeters squared. So the area of a cross section will be the 6 add the 8, 14 centimeters squared, multiplied by the depth of 6. So this will give us a volume of 84 centimeters cubed. So the density of 1.2 will be the mass over 84. If we multiply both sides by 84, we get 1.2 times 84 will give us the mass. And this works out as 100.8 grams. Okay? Let's try the final question. So in question 10, we need to solve the following simultaneous equations using an algebraic method. So do you want to give this question a go? Pause the video and come back when you're ready. Okay, so welcome back if you want to go. To solve these simultaneous equations, I need to eliminate either the x's or the y's. I'm going to choose to eliminate the y's because then I can just add the two equations together. So if I multiply the top equation by 7 and the bottom equation by 3, we'll call this equation 1 and equation 2. Then for equation 1, we'll get the 5x times 7, 35x, the 3y times 7, 21y, and the 11 times 7, 77. And then for equation 2, 2x times 3 will give us 6x, negative 7y times 3 will give us negative 21y, and the 29 times 3 will give us 87. And now to eliminate the y's, I'll just add them both together, because 21y plus the negative 21y becomes 21y minus itself. And that will give us 0. So we'll have 41x plus 0y, and then 77 add 87 will give us 164. So 41x will be 164. We'll divide both by 41, and x will be 4. And now I can substitute that into either equation 1 or equation 2. I'm going to substitute it into equation 1. So if I go out to here, we'll have 5 lots of the 4 plus 3y to make 11. 20 plus 3y will make 11. We'll take away the 20. 3y will equal negative 9. Divide both sides by the 3. So y will equal negative 3. Okay? Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that useful. If you want more practice on grade 5 questions, you can download the graded questions from my website, mrmathematics.com. I'll leave a link in the description below.